What's the matter with it?
The milk's gone.
Well, it drank it.
No, it didn't. It went ape the minute it got near the saucer. It were like something attacked it.
Little bit boggart.
Aye, that'll be what it is. Doing all this damage. I thought so myself, but I didn't like to say so in front of yon lad.
What's a boggart?
Well, boggarts are rather touchy house spirits.
Like poltergeists.
No, not exactly, no. No, boggarts have a taste for milk and other treats like that. And they don't greatly care for cats and dogs either. Sometimes they help with the sweeping up. You had a boggart in this house before?
Aye, when my father were a lad. Now it's back to plague us.
Better say no more, Frank.
Aren't you scared?
Nay, lad, it's just something you learn to live with.
I don't think I could learn to live with something like that.
They say there was a family once who was so plagued by a boggart they decided to move house. Now, they had to do it very quickly and quietly so the boggart wouldn't find out. So very early one morning, they loaded all the possessions onto the back of a car without saying a word. And just then, the next-door neighbour comes by. He says, "Oh, that's leaving, are you?" And the boggart looks out from the back of the car. He says, "Aye, we're flitting." What on earth?
What is it?
Blessed grey stone falling across the path. Better go back and warn Frank, see if there's a way around.
It's the jingle stone, isn't it?
Yeah. The one his grandfather took for a gatepost.
Did you hear? Two of them sat down on the rail line. I looked trim. I was in church and there was this racket in the porch. Everyone stopped singing and me and Dad went and opened the doors. And these two cats flew in and hounds right after it.
I never went mad trying to catch them.
Did you see all? They were all over town.
Well, yeah.
How did they get out?
No one knows.
Here, Ewan got behind the bar at the Rose and crowd got totally legless.
Do you want to come to Swang later? When my dad goes?
Can't. Anyway, I think I've had enough of boggarts for a bit. I'm flying gateposts.
No ill effects, Eileen. Go on, taking it easy for a day or two.
Well, yon boggart swept up for us last night.
Perhaps he felt guilty.
More likely pleased with hot cakes and milk we'd left him. And then he asked big squealing all morning and finishes up chucking stones and clay down the chimney. It's nearly bunged up. And cat won't come in.
Well, if I see it, I'll put down a bowl of chloroform. Come on, David.
Bye, Mrs. Watson.
Goodbye, David. Goodbye, Doctor.
My clinical eye tells me that you and Keith know more than me about that gatepost.
Do you know where it came from?
One of the jingle stones, yes.
Well, only Keith and I were up there yesterday.
And?
They're moving.
How moving?
Along the hill. It's like they're on the march or something. And when we came down to Harbank yesterday, there's one there too. And there wasn't before.
Anything else?
No.
I couldn't have told anyone about Nellie Jack John or the giant any more than David could. But somehow we knew there was a connection between those things and what was happening to the stones. David seemed calm enough, but I thought something might visit me at any moment. I wondered what I'd do if the earth quaked, or a giant appeared, or a stone no longer stood, but walked. But that evening, the garden and the town and the hills beyond were misty and still. There was no sign of anything untoward.
Morning, lad. It's Keith, innit?
Yeah, that's right.
Is your mum and dad in?
Who is it, Keith? Oh, good morning.
Good morning, madam. Sorry to trouble you. Just making some routine inquiries.
Oh. Well, come in. We're just having our breakfast.
What's that about?
Missing pigs.
Just go on through.
Mr. Heseltine.
Ah, Constable
Hunter, sir.
Oh, yes. Seen you in court.
Yes, sir.
Well, sit yourself down, lad. Have some tea.
Thank you.
What's this about, then? Urgent?
It's the pigs, sir. You know the piggery down by the bridge?
More than most. I had a lot to do with their planning appeal.
Oh, well, they were a great piece of roof torn off in night. Every pig were taken. Just trying to find out if anybody heard anything.
I didn't. Not a squeak. Keith?
No.
Nor me. How many were stolen?
200. Fat as lard, all of them. Must have been no end of noise, but nobody heard naught. Beats me.
All right! Settle down! Quiet!
Hear about the pigs, miss?
It's not just here in town, miss. It's all over. Miss, my dad's prize bar went and all his sows.
So how many of you have pigs missing? Your farm's quite far out, isn't it, Gordon?
Aye, miss. And the whole sty's empty. And the dogs weren't backing all night.
It's the whole valley, miss.
My granddad says it's giants, miss.
Why giants, Kevin?
Well, you know that old tale, miss, about the giant over in Wensleydale. Stole all the pigs till the folk got together and killed him.
Well, Kevin, I don't think the police would be too impressed by that theory.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a plane! Pig!
All right, settle down. That's enough about pigs. Adams?
But David and I both knew at that moment that it wasn't a theory. It was fact. We had seen a giant, and a giant had taken the pigs. It was the only possible explanation. But we hardly dared to admit it, even to each other.